His wife had multiple miscarriages. Grammer and his current wife, Kate, struggled with having children at first. Kate and I had a couple of miscarriages before we had our first child, Grammer said. That was devastating. These things are hard. But when it's good, it's magnificent. As of 2017, he and Kate have 3 children together. He had a heart attack that nearly killed him. In 2008, Grammer suffered a major heart attack that left him near death. During a paddle boarding excursion in Hawaii, he began to experience chest pains. After arriving at the hospital, it was discovered he had a serious cardiac event. When word leaked to the press, the event was originally written off as mild. Grammer later clarified that it was far from mild. His heart actually stopped. They had to blast me twice and get me started all over again. I did think, oh gosh, I have got to hang on. I've got too much junk I've got to take care of. I've got to take care of the family. He took 2 years off work to care for his gravely ill third wife. When third wife Camille came down with a life-threatening gastrointestinal disease, Kelsey took 2 years off work and committed himself to caring for her. She nearly died, Grammer said. Camille was given last rites. I quit working for 2 years because she was so sick. Fortunately, Camille recovered. The marriage, however, would become irrevocably strained, and Grammer has admitted that he began an affair with now-wife Kate Walsh before he had ended his relationship with Camille. He says he was abused by his second wife. Grammer's relationship with second wife Lee and was a particularly explosive one. Grammer has claimed that Lee and was abusive physically, mentally, and verbally. He explained, to be sure I'd never leave her, Lee and had to convince me that I was nothing unattractive, untalented, undeserving of love, and incapable of being loved by anyone but her. She'd spit in my face, slap me, punch me, kick me, break glasses over my head, break windows, tear up pictures of my loved ones, threaten to kill me, kill herself. He's had 3 failed marriages. If there's one thing we can learn from celebrity culture, it's that fame doesn't make personal relationships any easier. When you add in the multitude of traumas Grammer has endured throughout his life, relationships become even more complicated and difficult to navigate. A result, Grammer has had 3 failed marriages. His first wife was dance teacher Doreen Alderman, his second wife was ex-stripper Lee and Sisu Honey, and his third was Camille Donatacci, who has since become famous as a Real Housewife. As of 2017, Grammer is married to flight attendant Kate Walsh. Grammer has 7 children and 1 grandchild. He was kicked out of Juilliard and was temporarily homeless. In 1973, Grammer was accepted into the most prestigious acting school in the country, Juilliard. But after 2 years of a 4-year program, he was kicked out. As he told Larry King, "Oh, thrown out. Not bodily, but I was disinvited. Poor attendance, really. I was fortunate to get in, and I valued the experience, but after the first year, where you spend most of the time sort of sitting on the floor and learning how to breathe, vibrate, they start trying to teach you how to act. And I didn't like my acting teacher that much. He seemed a lot more interested in the girls and I don't know what was going on, so I quit, yes. Quit, and they said, you've got to go. With no school and no money, Grammer ended up sleeping in Central Park for a period of time.
He was raised by his grandparents.
At just a year old, Grammer's parents, both musicians, separated. He was then sent from the Virgin Islands to New Jersey, where he was mostly raised by his grandparents. His grandmother was abusive, and Grammer rarely saw his father. By the time Frank Grammer was killed in 1968, Kelsey had seen him only twice since his parents separated. Having such tenuous bonds to his family members while coming of age in an abusive home caused Grammer to retreat into books and make-believe. His first encounter with Julius Caesar, which he read as an adolescent, provided escape and dreams of a stage career.
He served time in jail.
When his addiction was at its height, Grammer's struggle with substances impeded both his work and personal lives. There were interventions conducted by his colleagues on the sets of both Cheers and Frasier. In 1988, he was arrested for drunk driving and possession of cocaine, for which he was given a 30-day jail sentence. In 1990, he was again arrested for possession of cocaine, and in 1991, his probation was extended when it was discovered he was still using the drug. Rehab eventually put him on the path to sobriety.
He became an alcoholic and drug addict.
Given the gravity and magnitude of the tragedies and heartbreak Grammer had to face in his young life, it's not terribly surprising that substances provided at least a little relief. He has spoken publicly about his addiction to cocaine and alcohol, much of it fueled by his guilt over not being able to save his beloved little sister. I was her big brother. I was supposed to protect her. I could not. It very nearly destroyed me, he once wrote. After his rise to fame, Grammer would have several run-ins with the law for alcohol and drug-related offenses, including driving under the influence and cocaine possession. He is now sober, citing his Christianity and his participation in Alcoholics Anonymous as his main recovery support systems.
His half-brothers were killed in a scuba diving accident.
In 1980, 5 years after his sister's brutal sexual assault and murder, Grammer was confronted with yet another tragedy. His teenaged twin half-brothers, Stephen and Billy, were both killed in a strange scuba diving accident in St. Thomas. When Billy didn't surface after a dive, Stephen dove in to look for him but was killed by an embolism during an incorrect ascent. Billy has never been found, but the boy's mother insisted they were attacked by sharks. Though we may never know what exactly happened that day, it undoubtedly had a profound impact on Grammer.
His sister was assaulted and murdered.
His sister was assaulted and murdered.
His father was killed in a home invasion.
His father was killed in a home invasion.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.